Men are the prize.
Men
bro.
are not the prize. That's exactly what you should not know.
Men are the prize. So let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, please. I'm so ready. Last week we met and we almost got into like an argument over this because he just was not understanding my point of view.
Yeah, so do your point of view first.
Okay, well, no. What, me first?
Yeah, why?
Okay,
you want
fine.
me to go first?
Okay, fine. Because you're just going to contradict it. Okay, so basically...
Beyond the Brand Podcast.
Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Brand Podcast. I'm your host, Angelo, and we have our lovely host...
Hello, Fabi.
Fabi? I thought you were going to do the Fabiola Montes.
I never know what to say. Fabiola Ruby Montes, imagine.
There you go.
That's the government name.
Because we still don't have a show name, but we'll skip
For
past
real.
that. But yeah, we got another episode today. It is a little bit loud in here because we're in Crete. Shout out to Crete. I don't have a cup, but you have a cup.
I have a cup.
We're sponsored by Crete today.
Crete Matcha Monday.
And we got some juicy topics to talk about.
Always juicy topics. Always.
But let's do a little catch up real quick. How have you been? What you've been turning up? I didn't know if you were gonna call off of work.
Listen, one thing about me, I'll turn up, but I'm gonna show up. I won't ever, unless I'm like literally dying in bed, I'm gonna go. But I have been out all weekend, I'm not gonna lie. But it was my little sister's birthday. Shout out to my little sister. So I had to take her out. 22.
Oh, okay, so she's old enough to turn up and everything.
Yeah, and it had to be like that cool big sister, you know? So I took her out and I was dying.
Where'd you guys go? Wait, why were you dying?
Because I was so tired.
Oh, from already?
I think I realized I'm just not, like, I don't want to be in the clubs like that anymore.
Wait, you guys were in the clubs?
Well, we went to downtown. We went to like Ghost Donkey, Palma, Champagne Lanes, all those.
Okay.
But it was fun.
And you guys, I seen you guys were eating or something like that too, right?
Yes, we went to Huarachi's yesterday. We got lit.
Dude, I saw your dad was lit.
My dad was lit.
I don't know if he was lit, but he was like turning up.
No,
with
he
it.
was lit. We were taking shots.
Oh my god, he was taking shots.
My mom too.
She was turned too, bro. You guys were turning up. That was fire. I
No,
did
it was
see that.
fun. Somebody like DM'd me and they were like, "You need to make your parents an Instagram account," and I was like,
No.
"Okay, that's too much."
Yeah, that's too. I don't think people understand like it's a cool thing to say, but I don't think people understand like the amount of work it takes to like post.
Literally, I was like, "Are you gonna manage it?"
Yeah, exactly. You're like, who's gonna keep posting stuff like that?
Exactly.
So yeah, while you're turning up, this is gonna take another turn. But
What?
while you're turning up, bro, I'm over here going through it, bro. My freaking dog
What?
died.
Your dog died?
Yes, dude. My freaking dog died, and I thought I didn't care until we like put him down.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
because
so-
when you put him down, like you like literally see their light. I've like gone
Have you
through
had that
before,
happen?
so I'm
This
so
is my
sorry.
first time.
Yeah, it was like a family dog.
Yeah, we just basically just me and my wife's dog. When we moved out, we got a dog. So he was 10 years old. And yeah, but we thought we didn't care. 'Cause, like we were talking about it and we're like, it's all good. And then when we did it, we were like heartbroken,
You
bro.
see like the life. Like,
yeah.
oh,
And
that's
she's
so
all like,
sad.
what if he wasn't ready? This and that. I'm like, bro, you're making it worse. G.
You're like, it's too late now. He's gone.
I know, bro. So that happened. And then my daughter was out of town for a week with my mom.
Did she
so
have fun,
she was
though?
gone. She had fun.
Good.
But it was like all these things, family stuff happening. So I'm like, damn. I didn't really like believe when I was younger, like in depression and stuff, because I didn't really face it. I faced anxiety, but not depression. But recently I was like, damn, bro, is this depression, bro? I just wanted to sleep. I just wanted to be inside. Obviously, we still had to keep working on my job stuff and then the pod stuff. So like, it's just been like difficult.
No, it's hard.
You know?
I've suffered through depression before. I can talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
It's honestly like the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah.
Like the way that I have dealt through depression is it literally feels like you're sinking in like a see-through tub and everybody's just watching you and like you can't get out of like the water. Like that's literally how it feels. At least like when I had gone through it, I just, like you said, like I didn't want to leave my house. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to make plans. Like it was the worst time ever. And then anxiety on top of it, like 10 times worse. Yeah. But I think the most important thing is to just get yourself out of the hole, because if you get stuck in it,
honestly,
it's
like
so hard.
In my situation, I was like, thank God that I don't know if it's good or bad, but I have so much stuff in motion that I really didn't have time to stop, you know, like it wasn't a possibility. Like, but what I was doing was going to sleep super late,
Oof.
like at 1, like normally I go to sleep like, you know, at 11 or something like that. I was going to sleep at like 1 in the morning and then just sleeping until like 9, 10, which I don't normally do.
Dang.
So it was just like, so then by the time my day is going, it's already like late into the day.
It's gone.
You know
It
what I
feels
mean?
like
It's
your
gone.
days,
Yeah.
like, are
And it
like
just
4
like the
hours.
cycle just keeps going. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, I got to get out of this. Now that my daughter's back, these past few days have been the first days where I feel like my routine's getting back to normal.
Good. I'm glad.
But bro, I was like, what is happening to me, bro?
You were in the
I'm
trenches?
stuck, bro.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And I've never talked about that on the pod, so that's why I wanted to talk to you about it, because I didn't know if you faced that.
No, yeah, I have. I went
stuff
through
like
like a
that.
whole year. I had to go through therapy. Like
For real? See, that's the only thing
yeah.
I've done everything. I've done, you know, change my diet, go to the gym, this, that. But the only thing I haven't tried is therapy yet.
I mean,
And I need to.
I think everybody needs therapy.
Yeah.
Whether you think you're perfect or not, like everybody can go
think
through
that's my
therapy,
next step.
and yeah, it'll help.
What kind did you do? Like,
I actually did like a whole program. So
what do you mean a program?
I went through. It's called Recovia, and it's like a program that you go 3 times a week, and you're there for 3 hours every session.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, I was in a really like dark place. I had lost like 30 pounds. I didn't have an appetite. Wow, I'm getting very vulnerable right
Oh
now.
my
But
gosh.
yeah.
Yeah, if
so
you don't
it
want to
was-
get too deep, you don't have
No,
to.
I don't like mind. Like thank God, like now I've learned how to handle it. Like
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
because of the program though. But yeah, it was like a very intense thing. Like they put you through physical therapy. You have a doctor, like a psychiatrist, and then you have a session a day where you just do like yoga or you paint, something to get your mind off of it. But yeah, after that, I just learned that you just have to control it. It's all mental, and you can't let it consume you. And you have to just remind yourself that you are in control of what you are thinking and what you're feeding yourself. And words are so powerful.
Yeah.
So really be careful with what you're saying about yourself, about your
Or
environment.
even thinking about yourself.
Literally, because
Yeah.
it'll come true. It'll come true. So
Man.
yeah, I went through a whole thing. It was like a year of a whole program, everything. And mind you, before that, like I was dealing with it already.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a really tough time. But
How long
thankfully,
ago
it's
was
fine.
that?
That was 2 years ago, actually.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
Damn.
2 years ago.
That's dope. I'm glad you shared that, because I feel like a lot of people see you, you know, on your social medias. And I was telling you this before, like I feel like a lot of people like to watch your content because they're like, I want to be like that. You know, I could see some of myself in her, or like that could be like my alter ego. You know what I'm saying?
I
like,
think that what you just said, though, alter ego, because
Yeah.
social media, I think, allows me to shut it off. It allows me to like not listen to the voices and just like have fun for a second. That's why my social media is all over the place. Like
Yeah.
it'll be like something serious, and then like me being like crazy or
Yeah,
something, or me with
for
my
sure.
friends. But it's because it allows me to just have some fun for a second and just turn everything else off, you know?
yeah. Damn, that's crazy, bro. I did not, because I didn't tell you before that I was going to like bring that up. I didn't know that you really went through the trenches, bro.
Yeah, like tough. It was
Congratulations,
horrible.
though. You made it
Yeah.
out.
I did. I made it out, and
That's crazy. I wonder if like the social media kind of helped in that too, in a weird way, because
honestly, because it all kind of happened in
Yeah.
the same time. Well, mind you, too, I had just gone through, or no, it was like the end of like my last relationship, I guess. But in the midst of it was when like my breakup was going down. So
Yeah.
it was just like shot after shot after shot, and I was in the trenches. Damn.
literal shots after shot.
Literally.
Turning up. Were you turning up at that time too, or were you just
Actually, yeah,
depressed?
I was. I was both.
So shot after shot, literally. bro.
Depressed, and then on the weekends I was like turn up. And then, yeah.
But you made it out. But now we got to talk about the main thing, bro, that everyone should know. Men are the prize.
Men
bro.
are not the prize. That's exactly what you should not know.
Men are the prize. So let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, please. I'm so ready. Last week we met and we almost got into like an argument over this because he just was not understanding my point of view.
Yeah, so do your point of view first.
Okay, well, no. What, me first?
Yeah, why?
Okay,
you want
fine.
me to go first?
Okay, fine. Because you're just going to contradict it. Okay, so basically, I think that there's a trend going around, not even just in social media, just in the world of like men, that men really think that they're the prize, and that a woman should be chasing after them and that like a woman has to earn her spot. And I'm not saying that's false, but I do believe the woman is the prize. The woman is the prize, and like it's like me like giving you princess treatment. A man does not deserve princess treatment. A woman deserves princess treatment or like queen treatment, whatever, if you get to that like, you know, level.
Yeah.
But that's like my whole argument of it, and so many men are like, no, I am the prize, the man's the prize, like it's worth just as much. And I just think going back to like old school values, the woman has always been seen as like this like precious like just gem, and I think men don't treat women like that anymore, at least not all men. Yeah,
As far as, because that's your perspective,
that's my perspective.
when you were growing up, did your dad act like that, or like?
Yes. I think
Okay.
that's why I have that mentality.
Yeah, that's
because
what I
like
was
when
asking.
I tell you, like when I hear about my parents' love story, like my dad used to buy my mom like whole serenatas, and like he used to like help my tita with the bills. Like he was like really like he manned up. I'm not saying that you have to do all that,
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
just saying when I hear stories of the way that my dad treated my mom,
Yeah.
I kind of tend to compare it, and I don't know if that's like just like a red flag of mine, or like maybe I shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But I just think about how much my dad has like gone through and done for like my mom, my family, and her family too. Like not even like his own blood, you know what I mean? But because I was his woman, he took care of everything. So it definitely stems from that.
Yeah. So I think, so first to kind of touch on the man as the prize thing, like I think that kind of stuff, it's like, and I was telling you, it's considered like red pill is like what people call it, or like the manosphere. There's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
whole podcasts and like debates dedicated to that thought, you know, that men are the prize and everything. And like, I think that came along, at least when I was seeing it like pop off, was during COVID.
Yes.
I don't know if that had like a correlation with like people being inside or what.
Maybe people just
But-
lost their minds.
Yeah.
That's why
That's
they think
crazy.
that.
but the reason why we were kind of going back and forth, and I did want to speak on it, is because I do, and this kind of like gets people mad at me, because I'm always the one that is like, I see what you're saying, and I do see what you're saying too. Like
You're like neutral.
yeah, like I can argue both sides, and that's kind of what I do too. Like I'll play devil's advocate and play both sides, and like in that scenario, I don't agree with that. Either one of us is a prize. I don't think so. I think that
That's the problem.
or you can look at it the reverse, where we're both a prize.
Okay,
I
yes,
just think
we're
that
both-
we're equal. I don't think that you're a prize, and I
don't-
don't think that I'm a prize.
I don't think I'm not trying to say that we're not equal. Like
No.
I believe that. I think a man and a woman are equal.
But who do you think should work harder in the relationship?
That's crazy. It's like 50-50, or like
See?
sometimes it's like, you know, one has to do a little bit more than the other. It depends
Yeah.
on what like they're going through, you know
So
what I mean?
there's no prize, bro.
But the woman is the prize.
There is no prize.
Okay, how about we step outside of being in a relationship? What about
Mm.
when you're trying to go after somebody? Don't
Mm.
you think that you should have a different mentality of that's the prize? You know, like let me try as hard as I can to get her,
But-
and keep that after you get her though.
But say on the reverse, like when you're not going after these people, what if you're losing out because you're not going after a man that is a prize?
I am not gonna go after no.
But what if you're
man.
missing out?
I guess I'm
Like
missing out.
what if he's busy, so he's not really focused on that, but you can tell that he's a good person, or he's this and that, so you decide to talk to him, and then it turns into something great, but it just in your mind you're like, I'm not doing that, so that doesn't ever happen.
Okay, but what do you mean by doing that? Like, 'cause
Like
I mean,
talking,
I'll put the
chasing,
effort in.
like chasing.
Well, I'm not gonna chase. A
See
man.
why?
Because I don't think a woman should chase a man.
Why? So only men can chase women.
I mean, no, women do chase after men, but I'm not.
But what if you miss out on something?
I just don't think it's meant for me. I don't know. I just genuinely don't think that a woman should be chasing a man.
Yeah, I guess you could have that perspective.
You know what I mean? I mean, call me old school. I think I just have like an old school mentality when it comes to the way a man should approach a woman. And I'm not saying that I would never approach a man. If I see a guy who's cute, I'll go up to him and like introduce myself, whatever. But that's about it. I'm not gonna like text him the next day and be like, hey, let's go have dinner. Like, no, I think it should be the other way around. Is that too much to ask for? I feel like it's so simple.
I mean, I guess if you're down to like talk to them, it's okay.
Like confront them first?
Yeah, like
Okay.
I feel like that makes it more okay. But I feel like there's a lot of people out there that are like, I would never even approach.
No, I don't
man,
have that mentality
you know?
either. Because I get it. Like sometimes, guys are shy. And I also kind of put myself in the position of a man. Like that's a lot of pressure to
Yeah.
go up to a woman. And then what if they like reject you? Like it's a whole ego thing. So like I understand it's probably so difficult to be the man in that position. So every once in a while, like I'll go up, say hi. But like if you can't get the hint at that point, then maybe you're just not my man.
Yeah.
I don't know,
I don't think personally.
The woman is a prize. Can't change my mind.
I just don't think personally a relationship is ever gonna work if I think I'm the prize and then you think you're the prize, or vice versa. Like,
But I
if
feel
either
like
one of
you're-
us think we're the prize, it's not gonna work out, bro.
But I think we're both the prize. But which one is sparklier? The woman.
Sparklier? You mean which one
Shinier?
is better?
Shinier. Which one is shinier? Which one is more precious? A woman.
I don't know about that.
Yes. Yes.
I disagree, but I get what you're saying though.
I don't think you do.
I just like I said, I just don't agree that either of us are better than the other.
But see, that's the thing. You're changing up
You're
the
saying
words.
shiny, bro. That's not a real word to describe
You're
it.
literally changing up the words. Like, you're saying better. Like, that's...
And you're saying shiny.
Exactly.
You can't describe anything.
Okay, fine. Forget the shiny. I think the woman is just the prize. Like, that's the main... The woman is the prize. I don't know. I have that mentality. And it's not to say one is better than the other, because they're both equal. Like, I feel...
So would you, if you were looking at yourself, like obviously you know yourself better than anyone else. If you were a man, would you date you?
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
In a heartbeat.
That's crazy.
I'd buy me whatever I wanted
I would treat me as the prize.
every day.
That's funny, bro.
You can't ask me that. What do you want me to say? No.
I don't know. I thought you were going to think about it for a second. You just immediately said absolutely, bro. Like you don't have no issues. That was crazy.
No, that's not true either. I'm not perfect.
That's a clip for sure. We're definitely clipping that, bro. You said
I'm
absolutely.
not perfect, but I do think I have a lot to offer. So yeah, I would definitely date me if I was.
No, I think I agree with you. If I was a woman, I think I would date myself.
You
too.
see, like it's like you saying no about yourself. So like,
Yeah.
how would like then that's just sad because it's like you must really not fuck with yourself, you know?
No, I mean, yeah, you're just not very confident.
I think
And
that's
that
another
happens.
important factor, though. Like when you're going into a relationship or you're thinking about dating somebody, if you don't have self-love, you shouldn't be seeking a relationship.
No,
I think
for
that's
sure.
really important too.
No,
And I
yeah.
think I've done a lot of work to get to the point where I am now to
Yeah.
be secure in myself. So that's why I can answer that so quickly.
No, yeah, for sure.
Because in
Yeah.
the past, I can 100% agree. Like I had issues. I'm not gonna lie. I was
No,
not
I think you're right. Yeah, because I feel like a lot of the stuff that like another person puts on you, they're like projecting that if they have those own insecurities
Exactly.
and things. So if you're like doing that on a relationship, like
It's just gonna make it so
much
bad.
worse.
Yeah, so bad.
yeah. But the next thing that we had was there's like same thing within the manosphere and the red pill and stuff. Like there's this argument that women's value goes down as they get older and men's value goes up as they get older.
Okay, the only way that I could see that is that it's like kind of common for like usually an older man is always more attracted to a younger woman as
Mm-hmm.
opposed to like younger women are mostly attracted to either people of their same age or like an older man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think in that way
Yeah,
that
there's
is
like
kind of true.
There's no like
unfortunately.
35-year-old that has her stuff. Well, maybe
mean,
there
there
is,
probably is,
but
yeah.
just generally, there's usually not like a 35-year-old woman that has her stuff together and she's like trying to date a 20-year-old. She
Right.
probably would be like,
No, she's like, I
No.
need somebody who's like
Yeah.
on my level or even
or
like,
above.
Yes.
yeah. So you actually agree with that? I feel like that's a hot take.
In that instance, I do.
Okay.
I do.
All right.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna be like, hell no.
No, I read it and I was like, well, I kind of do agree. I mean, do I agree that that's cool? I mean, I guess kind of not because it is. Women just go through so much, you know what I mean? And it's like
And
as
I-
they get older,
I
it
think
gets
it's
hard.
just generally though, you know. I think I agree with it too. As much as it hurts to say, I do agree with it generally, but I say generally because there's some women that their value is going to continue to go up just because they're, you know, good people, and you know, maybe they're doing better in their business. Maybe
Right.
they're working out. They didn't used to work out. Now they're doing therapy, and they didn't used to do therapy. So that kind
So
of,
I think it's kind of tough to say value because,
Yeah.
like, I agree with it in the sense of like what I was talking about because
Yeah.
it's just like a common trend. But when we're talking about value, I mean, I don't think any person's value
That's-
ever diminishes.
I guess that's what the issue is, right? Is like saying that
Your
people have a value. That is
Right,
kind of
'cause
crazy,
it's like,
right?
as you get older, your
I
value
guess
drops.
that's
Like,
what the-
that's so messed up.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, that is
yeah,
right.
I think that's a little too harsh.
That
Like,
is
I don't
the
agree
issue.
with that statement.
Yeah, you're right.
But I think like the sense that we were talking about, I think it's just like a common trend, and I think
Yeah.
everybody can like agree to that.
Yeah, because the main thing why I kind of agree with it, again, I think you're right. We shouldn't say anybody has a value.
Right.
But like generally speaking, one of the main things that men look for is to have a family, and like physically, as women get older, it does get more dangerous
Yes.
to have kids.
Yes.
So that could like drop their value if they can't have kids.
I guess.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
imagine you're a man that's, I don't know, 40, and you want to have a family still, but she's 40 and she can't have kids anymore. That could potentially be like, oh, I don't want to be with that person.
Yes, yeah, that's so like sad though.
That is sad, but it's like, that's actual like science, you know, like,
Yeah, I guess that's a man's perspective right there,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like as a woman, I think at that point maybe that just wasn't in her cards.
Yeah.
But I mean, going into a relationship, you have to go into a relationship with somebody who like also wants kids, you know what I mean? So
I also think
it's
that,
tough.
do you think that women have way more like things to check box, you know, like when you're looking for someone?
Absolutely.
Like, I think it's kind of crazy that girls are like, I need them to make this much. They can't be under 6 feet. And it's like, bro, that's already, you're dropping
It's
people.
already so rare.
Yeah, like you're just dropping this pool down to like nothing, bro.
I think when women have like specific criteria
Yeah.
like that, it is a little excessive.
That is
For me,
crazy.
it goes down to more like values and
Okay.
morals.
So you would date a 5'4" person?
No. That's like barely taller than me. Like I'm 5 foot.
So what? So you have a specific requirement then?
Okay, just over that.
Over what?
I think like over like 5.
See, you have the
9?
number, bro. See?
I
That's
mean,
crazy.
listen, never say never, but I would rather not date a short king.
That, bro, that's me, bro.
How tall
I'm
are you?
speaking for the short king.
How tall are
bro.
you?
I'm like 5'8", bro.
Sheesh.
On a good day, I might hit 5'9".
With some Air Forces on?
With some Tibbs on, I might be 5'9".
Or have you seen that they
That's
have those
crazy.
inserts
Dude, that's
for the
insane.
men?
No, that's
they
crazy.
actually like make you guys way taller.
Wait, so that's a good point though.
What enhancements as a man?
Would you be okay with that?
No.
But you got nails and makeup, and
That's
he
so-
just put a little insert.
That's no.
Let my
no.
boy rock. He just
No.
put an insert in.
Nah.
That's not that crazy.
No, me va a dar vergüenza.
Bro, like, that's messed up.
Listen, I'm sorry. If you're just not tall, just own it. If anything,
I agree with
the
that.
confidence is like more attractive
Yeah.
than trying to like front it. I don't think putting makeup on and having nails is like a front. I
Okay,
think
what
it's
about
like,
BBL?
you know what? If a girl wants a BBL, let her have a BBL. Let her. I don't think I would ever do that, but
Okay.
listen, their body, their choice.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I know it's not everyone's cup of tea.
So if you
but-
had a BBL, would you be cool with him doing the insert? Because now y'all both on the same playing field, bro.
Fuck it, he can wear whatever he wants. He could get a BBL too.
Yo, that's crazy. Your man can't have a fatter ass than you, bro.
That's one of mine on my list.
That's what's in these check boxes, bro.
I have funny things like that
Where is this written down, bro?
in my head. It's all in my head. I know, trust me. When I'm like on a date
Wait.
or something, like that's what I think
So
about.
wait, what is that one? The ass one? How is
Like, I
that
don't
written
want-
in your head?
I don't want like if I'm with a man that has like a bigger butt than me, I don't think it should be that way. And also I also think like if my man can't carry me, he's not my man. Like if he's like skinnier than me or like
Oh, like physically
like,
carry.
physically carry me. I need you to be able to like bench me. I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm just
that's
kidding.
crazy, bro.
No, just
I
carry.
for sure cannot.
Just like just cute, you know, like
No, yeah.
cute.
I mean, I guess, yeah. I was gonna say yeah and agree with you, but then I'm like, yeah, there's some skinny guys. Like, what if they really just they're not? But no, but I think I think you're wording it crazy. I think really what you want is just someone that takes care of their body and works out. Like,
Okay, yeah.
But you're like, they have to carry me. That sounds crazy.
Well, because that's what
But
I'm
I
telling
agree
you.
with
It's like funny little
Yeah,
notes
yeah.
of mine. You know, that
Would you
kind of
be
don't make
okay
sense,
with like
but-
a dad bod?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I don't think you are, bro. You're just lying on this
No,
whole pod,
no.
bro.
I think I would to a certain extent, and if like maybe if you were still open to going to the gym with me though, and like let's get you right, you know.
You sound like a trainer, bro. Let's get you right. That's crazy.
Is that messed up?
What if you did start training him and you made his ass fatter than yours?
Damn. Honestly,
You
I'd
did
be
it,
proud
bro.
of myself.
So you'd be cool with it?
I'd be cool with it because it's
Yeah.
like my work, you know.
That's crazy. All
At
right.
that point.
What did you have on yours?
Okay, I had.
But yeah, I feel like those check boxes are like, it's way longer on women's than men.
I think. Well, is it like
I don't know.
you don't think men have like a checkbox too, though? Because I think they do. And also, have you heard of this whole thing of like a man knows? It's like the three. I don't know what it's called, but like as soon as a man meets you, supposedly like a man knows whether he wants to date you, whether he just wants to sleep with you, or whether he just like does not like mess with you at all. Like, no, have you heard about that?
I don't think so.
I've heard about it like on TikTok and stuff,
Okay, maybe.
but I've just always wondered like what,
They're saying like immediately?
like immediately.
No. Well, okay. This is. I guess I'm not the good person to say
Right.
because
What about like with your friends and stuff? Like any like
that I want to sleep with my friends. I know automatically.
No,
bro.
like what
no,
do
I
they
do not.
think?
No, bro. No.
I would hope not.
No, but I was gonna say it didn't work for me personally because when I first started talking to my wife,
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of in like a phase of where I was just like outside, just messing around. Sorry, bro. My hair is like, I need to cut my hair off, bro. Don't make fun of me,
we should
guys.
just do like a buzz cut. That should be the next podcast. Me
I
buzzing
don't-
you.
It's because I wanted to grow my hair out, but
Oh.
I'm in the ugly middle phase. So like, I'm like, do
That
I keep
sucks.
going or do I just go back?
I think you keep going. You already started.
Yeah. But anyways, I was going to say with the three things, when I first started talking to my now wife, I definitely was not trying to be with her at
Oh,
all.
really?
100% no.
See, but how did you know that? Like right away, you just knew. Like,
yeah, I just knew. I just was like, yeah, I'm good. Like I'm trying to do one thing and this is what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to be with this person or anything.
So how do you change a man's mind?
See, that's the thing. So mine was kind of weird because it just changed in my mind because I was still doing my thing, whatever. And then we would still just talk. And one day she just started talking to me like a homie, like a friend, And something clicked in my head where I was like,
It pissed you off?
yeah. I was like, bruh, like what? Whereas before, like it would have been okay because that's good for me, that she's not taking it personal.
Like too serious.
But
or
yeah,
whatever.
when she did that, I was like, what? And that was the first time that clicked. So I don't know how you do that, but that happened to me. So she definitely was in a different category and jumped out of the category.
So there is categories.
You said, I don't know.
Well, you just said it though. Like,
But
as
not
soon
when
as
I
you
first
started,
met her. But I was young though. I was saying that there wasn't a person in a different category. They were all in the.
I
yeah,
see. Like
you
you,
know
didn't
what I'm
have
saying?
any other
I
category.
didn't have any
open.
category open. Yeah. Like,
Okay, yeah.
So I don't know. That's me personally.
I guess at that point, it's just the intention you have when it comes to dating.
But
Everybody
do-
has a different intention.
Do you do that?
No.
Or can you do that?
No,
Or-
because I think I intentionally date. Like I have the mindset of like I'm dating to like have a serious relationship with somebody, not to like fuck around or like because it's just a waste of time.
I see.
It's a waste of time.
So, damn, that's crazy. So they're saying that that's what guys do.
Yes, but like right off the jump, like as soon
I
as
don't
they
think
meet
that's
them.
true.
No, I don't know.
I think that has to be
Men
the
are
internet,
crazy.
bro. So you think someone comes up to you and they're like, "Hey,"
Well,
and you're in a
not-
category?
Not like literally instantly, but yeah, kind of. Like after a small conversation, I think you have a perception of what your intention is with that person. I think so.
I don't know. I guess maybe I just be like thinking and living too deep to where I would be like, I don't even know this person, you know, like I need to know, does she go to therapy? Does it like,
Okay, maybe
there's a lot
you
of
need like a
different,
few dates first, but I
That's what
think
I'm
at
saying.
some point you like get put in a category.
yeah, probably. Well, I think that's for everybody. You definitely put people in a category, bro.
No, I don't.
That's crazy. Yes, you do, bro.
Friend category.
What are your friends? That's a whole, I could agree with that.
What?
Like where you'd be like, you know, like your homies, like, I don't even know what the names of the categories would be, but like, you know, like an associate where you're like, hey, what's up?
Okay.
And then like the middle one, and then like your homies, like,
Okay, yeah.
I could see that.
I could see that. And I definitely do place people
Yeah.
in categories like that. Like
especially
anybody.
like with the things that we do, you kind of have to because you see so many people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like I've definitely hurt myself putting someone, like letting them jump the line in a homie
Really?
category.
Yeah.
And then it got weird. I'm like, oh, bro, my
You're
bad. You're
back to
demoted.
acquaintance.
Yeah, you're demoted, bro. Like that's crazy. So I think that's
Not
probably
demoted.
that exists though.
No, I think
homie
for
categories.
sure. Homie categories. And imagine like as
Yeah.
a man getting put in the homie category,
Oh, like
like by a
dating.
girl.
That's tough.
That is tough.
How do you do that? Like you tell them?
Yeah, I think you just have to be straight up from the problem is
But
when
you guys won't kick it again, so you're not homies.
Yeah, sometimes.
For real?
Yeah.
You
don't-
kicked it with somebody after you
That,
said,
like, I
"Hey,
friend-zoned?
bro, you're the homie.
Yeah.
Let's go get coffee."
Yeah, like
For
we're
real?
friends. Yeah.
No.
They didn't want to be friends, but I wanted to be friends.
No, I'm saying that you actually did it.
Yes, I did do it.
No way.
Swear.
So they just think that they're gonna get out of there. They're trying to work it out.
They're in the trenches themselves trying to get out.
And you're just egging them on, bro. That's
I'm just
cool.
like, hey, friend.
That's wild, bro. All right, what do you got, man? Let's see what you
Okay,
got.
I wanted to talk about Icks. So I
This
wanted
is
to.
not even like a real word, bro.
Yes, it is.
That is not a real word.
Yes, it is.
Icks.
An ick. Like, it's icky. Like, what makes...
That's not a real
okay,
word.
the way to basically translate it for you to understand is, like, a turn off. Like, what turns you off? But think, like, petty and, like, funny. So, for me, like, for example, one of my icks for a man is, like, if he can't build something, that's an ick.
Ooh.
Like, if you cannot build something or, like, at least follow the instructions,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's an ick.
Okay.
And I could go as far as, like, I don't know, like, I would want somebody who can, like, build me, like, a vanity. Fresh from, like, Home Depot.
Okay, I think I have an ick then.
Okay, what's your
Wait,
ick?
but mine's, is this supposed to be really specific?
Yes, like, think, like for men, I feel like a big ick, like, I'm thinking about my cousin. One of his icks is when girls' nails aren't done and if their toes
Oh,
aren't done.
okay.
Like, he says that it's an automatic turn off for him. And he will he will notice a girl's nails, like, right away. So think like that.
Okay, mine wasn't physical, but I was thinking like,
Anything.
damn, I don't know if I'm doing this right though. This might not be it.
Just tell me.
But like when someone, like, you know, when you're done showering, right? You grab your towel. I know this is so specific, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Look
tell
at
me.
like you finish showering, right? And
Okay.
you dry yourself off. My ick, bro, is when people don't dry themselves off before they get out of the shower. You just get out all wet, and now the whole mat is completely wet.
Okay, that's definitely
That's
an
like-
ick.
that
That's
pisses
definitely
me
an
off,
ick.
bro.
Yes, or like when somebody
And that's
brushes
for
their
anybody.
teeth. No, yes, or like when you brush your teeth and you leave like a mess everywhere in the sink or like splatter on the mirror. Oh my
I'd be doing
gosh.
that though.
Oh my
But I know.
gosh.
Wait, are you one of the people that finish brushing your teeth and then you clean it?
Yes.
That's
and I'll
crazy,
put
bro.
water
That's like
all on the
military.
sink. Well,
Yeah.
because it's just not cute.
Oh, you're one of those people that do and you use your hand to scrub it too.
Yes.
Damn, you're
yes.
serious.
Well, I
bro.
don't even make that much of a mess, but
Yeah.
I will just like put it on the. Not just talking about how we brush our teeth.
That's my icks. Is like I'm old, bro. I be thinking of like specific things. I'm trying to think of a physical ick. I don't think I have a. Do you have a physical one?
Nothing? Yes, when a man is like too short, like when.
Bro, it can't be something you can't fix.
Yes, it is.
That's cold,
That's
bro.
it. But
No.
it's supposed to be-
Ick has to be something that you can actually like
Okay, an ick is.
like do something about it.
That one. Okay,
You can't
fine.
do anything about being
But it
short.
is an ick. Okay, fine. An ick, I think for me, I think it just goes to like people in general, not just men, but when you're mean to servers or rude or
Oh,
like
me and Nadia talked
belittling
about
them.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you belittle people
Oh,
for
yeah.
like fun or like even mean girls. Like like that whole trend, like all of that is like the biggest ick, like in general. It doesn't matter if you're a man, if you're a woman, like just be nice.
Dude, that happened. I won't say who it is, but we went out with a family member
Recently?
and I won't even say I'm not gonna say nothing.
No questions.
But a person that's in our family, but that I really love. But we went out and they were doing that. I don't know if they were just having a bad day or what, but they were doing that to the server, and I was just kind of like, even told my wife after, like, dang, why were they doing? And she's like, I'm not sure.
Like,
and
really
I was
bad?
just like, yeah, dude, just like to the point where, damn, I'm not gonna say a specific situation because then people might know what I'm talking about. Huh? But yeah, it was just like, and I hadn't experienced that from that person because they're not typically like that. So maybe they just had a bad day. Yeah, but that really, I was like looking at them different, like, dude, like that's messed up. I don't know. Maybe they're just having a bad day. But I agree with you. I cannot stand when people do that kind of stuff. It really does piss me off.
Me too. But, it's just so rude. Like, for what?
What is the ick, bro?
Oh, I saw.
Oh, I have an ick for couples.
Okay. Oh, when the PDA or what?
No, when they're matching, bro. Like the exact
like
outfit.
I think
that's insane.
So cute.
No, it's insane. If you're not a twin that's under 10 years old, bro, like you don't need to be matching with nobody.
I think it's cute.
Like,
I think, okay, like you're saying like spot on matching.
Yes.
What if it's like the
shirt,
same sweats?
Pant. No, yeah, that's
and
cool.
like you have a white top on, she has a white top on. You don't match with your wife?
No.
Never?
No. Like we've worn back in the day, this is like cringy as hell too. We've worn like Toms together. Remember Toms?
Yes. Pull up a photo.
Oh my God, you don't want to do that.
I need the throwback.
Please don't. But no, I can't do the full fit. That's weird to me. That's like little kid, like
I guess
brother, sister. So you've done that?
Cute. No, I haven't.
And then also, to me personally, the guys that do that is because they don't have no swag, so they're down to let their girl buy them clothes like that. I never seen like a swaggy dude just be head to toe in exactly what she's wearing.
I think
like how you guys have the same
the same
that would be sizes.
That would be a little concerning.
Bro.
But I think when you coordinate, not specifically matching, unless it's like a swimsuit or something. That's cute if you match. But like coordinating.
No, coordinating is completely different. Yeah, because that's what families do. Like when you go to Thanksgiving or something, like you're all wearing tan or something.
Yes.
No, for sure, I'm down for that.
All brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Or even like if my wife's wearing a certain color. If my color is like kind of crazy compared to that, and we're gonna be next to each other, I'm down to change.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will always change. Like we have some of the same shirts, like concert shirts, or like we have the same SZA shirt that we always like to wear.
So you guys wouldn't wear? Like
no. When she has it on, she's like, I picked it first. I'm like, all right, bro, I'm changing my shirt then. There ain't no way.
You need to match with her next time.
That's insane, bro. Like what?
I don't think that's insane.
So you've done it.
I think I have.
No, you haven't. You would have remembered, bro.
It's been so long since I've like been that in love.
Since I've been in love.
It's been so long.
I'm so lonely.
I am.
No, but
please help me.
No, I don't think that shouldn't be a thing, bro.
It sounds like you're a hater.
I guess. So you see it.
There's a couple listening right now that's matching, and they're like, "Damn."
Get it together, King. Don't let her do you like that, my brother. It's not cool.
Well, going back to clothing, that's another ick when a man can't dress. Like if
what do you mean can't though?
Because you know how like just what you said earlier about how like a man isn't swaggy. Like you can just tell when a man knows how to dress. Like if you're wearing striped pants with like a polka dot shirt, bruh,
dude,
you look like a little kid.
No, but that's like Nardwar swag. What if it's still swaggy though? If
it's swaggy, but I'm saying.
But you're just saying in general.
And
like,
imagine
that's crazy,
somebody like in dad sandals and like.
But are you cool with like a H&M dude?
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
you know
I don't even shop at H&M, but.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You shop at Zara though.
I shop at
Zara. It's the same thing.
No,
it's fast fashion.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm saying like he wears what's trendy.
I don't think there's anything
cool
wrong with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I would hope that he had some swag though.
Yeah.
Like if it's just too like.
Oh, I just thought of my ick.
Well,
I could never ever in the world date a woman, whatever you want to call it. I was gonna say a lady. I don't know why I was gonna say a
whatever
lady.
you want to call it.
I was gonna say a lady. With like nasty shoes. That is like my thing. Like, bro.
See, now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. It's just because that's my first like love, passion is shoes. Yeah.
Okay, so if somebody has ugly shoes.
Yeah.
Or what if they don't have like any shoe game at all?
But what does that mean?
Like they own
They wear Pumas.
Yes, or like
Done.
Filas or something.
Done. Out of here. Now,
Demoted.
if they're wearing like, just regular Nikes, regular
that's fine.
Chucks, like stuff like that.
Because you
I'm
can
good.
show them, though.
You can, but there's still some type of style right there. If you're just wearing those Filas that, which ones I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about, yep.
That just tells you already what you're looking at.
Honestly, yeah.
So that's an ick, bro, for me.
No,
Would you
I could
agree
see
with
that. I agree with that. Because I feel the same way about like a man. Like if a man doesn't have like good shoe game or like, is just wearing like Skechers or something.
See?
I don't think I could do it.
So you agree with the shoe thing?
Yes, I agree with the shoe thing because I think that's something that I really pay attention to is like what somebody wears for sure. And I'm not saying you have to be like all that, but like put some effort into it.
Because I wouldn't even want someone that's into fashion as much as I am. Because that would be annoying.
Really?
I think so.
Why?
I don't know. It'd just be too much. Like, bro.
I think
don't be talking to me about Virgil and like the new Louis Vuitton drop and what Tyler got. Like, I don't need to hear that from you. Like, I'm talking to the homies about that.
Hater.
Or I'll put you on. But as a homie, I'm saying like in a relationship, like, bro, I'm not trying to talk to you about that all day. Like,
I guess.
So I just personally like that. My wife is like, she's like in between. Like, she likes certain things, but she's not like a fashion person.
And you'd say you're like the more
I'm
fashion
more,
person.
like,
okay.
I mean, because it's my job too. I sell clothing,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
for
So I
sure.
kind of have to be.
Do you ever like dress her? Or like style her?
I've she's really honestly lately kind of found her own style that she's been doing, which is really cool. But I've definitely bought things for her and kind of tell her, like I just bought her New Balances. So like,
oh, nice.
I'm the one that buys most of her shoes, like
period.
shoes, just because like I know what's going on. Just because she knows, like, she doesn't know as much of what exactly is the new trend or what's going on.
I see what you're saying. Like,
so
or like
I'll
what is like
grab
the
it.
hot new shoe or whatever. Well, that's pretty dope. Of
So
you.
like when the new Vans did the old schools where they're chunky now.
Yes.
When those first came out, I bought my pair and her pair.
I think those are dope.
Because they're dope, and that's what the trend is now, is to wear bulkier shoes so you can wear baggier pants.
Yeah.
So like I bought her those, so now she'll go get the baggy pants and stuff to go with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
But she'll ask me about stuff all the time too, because she was asking me about how girls are doing the flipping the pants.
Jeans?
Yeah, the jeans.
I think that's so cute.
Yeah, she said she always seen that, and she's seen you do it too. And I was like, yeah, I guess girls just do that now. I don't know what that is, bro. She's asking me, and I'm like, I don't know.
For that one, it's like it goes to that trend of like the baggy pants, and sometimes or like just girls in general, when you try and wear baggy pants, they are too big. So when you flip them, it gives you like a little bit more security so that they stay up. No, I'm serious.
Instead of a belt.
So it's like the crotch area shortens. Because I use men's pants. When I thrift, I will go straight to the men's side because I like how big they are. But the crotch area doesn't.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So, and think about a woman. She has like a smaller torso. So it's just like all of this stuff. But I think that's kind of why that happens.
Yeah.
But I think it's cute too.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I didn't think about the crotch on the pants. It is going to be like elongated and just looks crazy on you guys. Like, what the hell?
You know what's one that's funny that I saw? I was reading. I went on Reddit and I looked up icks, and this guy said, he's like, one of my icks about a woman is like when she's running with like a backpack on.
What does that even mean?
Picture it. Picture a girl
Bro,
running
I'm
with
gonna
like
tell you right now, I haven't seen a girl running with a backpack since I was in freaking middle school, bro. Where is this fool picking up girls? When's the last time you wore a backpack?
I wore a backpack to the airport.
Bro, not to the airport. I'm saying in regular life. In regular life.
Okay, no, I don't wear a backpack in regular life.
Like in his case, if you want to go to say airport, it's a ick if she's running to her flight while she has a backpack on. Like, what?
Maybe she looks a little
Bro,
dumb.
that dude is 12 years old. He's talking about like girls in middle
He
school.
should not be on Reddit.
What the heck, bro?
That was one that I saw. I just thought it was like hilarious, honestly.
That is funny, but that's for like little kids, bro.
I guess I didn't really think about it like
Have
that.
who of you or your homegirls be wearing a backpack? Like that's a part of their
No,
swag.
actually, no. I mean, the only backpacks that I could think of are those like cute little backpacks that girls used to wear, like the little.
Used to.
Yeah, I guess used to.
It's over with.
People don't really wear them anymore.
Yeah.
They were cute though.
do you do the Labubus?
Yes.
I think that's an ick of mine, bro.
That's an ick of
That's
yours?
lame, bro.
Wow,
Just 'cause
stop
everyone,
the Labubu slander.
It's like, bro,
They're cute. Why is everybody hating?
I just think it's so lame that people are down to spend all their money on something that just popped up due to a trend and no one even knows what it is. Like, you don't even know who makes that thing.
I don't.
So like, and everyone's dying to get it.
Why does it matter?
It's
They're
just
cute.
lame. You're wasting
It's the whole
money.
gambling aspect. No.
Gambling.
It's a whole gambling aspect because you don't know what you're getting. You don't know what the product is. So it's like this thrill and you're like, oh my God, which one is it? Which one is it? And then you figure out which one it is.
That's so stupid, dude.
It's not stupid. It's like going to the casino. That's stupid. I think
that
stupid.
is too.
Oh, okay.
I agree with you. Yeah. But like, my thing is this, right? All of those are going to be somewhere in a landfill in like 5-6 years. You're not keeping that thing.
Yes, I am.
It's over
Forever.
with. Like,
I'm gonna be buried with my Labubus.
no, you're not, bro.
They're gonna be all around me.
No one's gonna care about those at all, bro. That's what sucks. Is like no one's gonna care, bro. In like 5-6 years, I promise you. That.
Or they're gonna go up in value, and everyone's gonna.
It's
want
like
them.
Beanie Babies. Remember Beanie Babies?
I don't even know what that is.
Exactly. Thank you. They were bigger than Labubus.
My mom compared Labubus to Teletubbies. But I don't really see that, like, or
No.
like Cabbage Patch Kids. But those
They're-
are like toys.
Yeah, they're more like I said, Beanie Babies.
What are Beanie Babies?
So they're like they do other stuff too, but they were bears,
Oh.
and they're filled with like little beans in them. So they're
Sounds
just like
cute.
a little stuff thing. But they were so popular because they started making like limited ones. So there would be like a New Year's one. And like for a certain amount of time, they were worth like thousands of dollars, and like certain ones were like crazy, and they were like they had like a real like people were investing in these things because they were so expensive.
Damn, really?
Yeah, but
It's like Pokemon cards.
but now they're now they're
spend
gone.
so much money on Pokemon cards for what? For it to sit in the freaking
Well,
scrapbook?
yeah, that's kind of the gamble thing too.
See?
Yeah.
So I think it's just like an extra little
But like,
hobby.
but Pokemon is like it has a whole storyline and a history and like where it comes
They're
from.
cards.
No, but it comes from the show.
Okay, but they're cards.
It has a video game, a show. It has all this stuff.
Oh my gosh. I bet Labubu does
no,
too.
No, it doesn't, bro.
Not yet.
Not yet. That's crazy.
We need to get started on that.
All right, what else did you have, bro? That's crazy. Let me see what you have.
What, my list?
Yeah.
It's just what's on here.
So, all right, we went through the Icks. Who brings what to the table? That's crazy.
Why is that crazy?
Oh my God, this is a crazy.
Which one? Is it the 3-in-1?
He says he's surprised, but still uses 3-in-1 body wash. That's a red
I
flag.
wrote that. Yeah, that's red flag. Like if you don't use shampoo and conditioner and,
And
you're
body
using
wash?
and body wash, separate bottles, red flag. And that's an ick. Like if I go into the shower and you're using like
Why?
Head and Shoulders 3-in-1.
Bro's just saving
That's like
money
for a
and
child.
time.
Oh no. And time? See, like you need to spend a little bit more time cleaning yourself.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Do you use 3-in-1?
I've never personally ever. It just I'm gonna sound so gay saying this, but my whole body is sensitive, so I feel like if I use that stuff, it's gonna like break me out crazy.
I'm glad you
bro.
don't. It's really bad for you, probably.
But if I didn't care, yeah, I would use it. But hey, my dad uses a bar of soap, bro. Like
I use bar soap
like for everything.
for like hair
Yeah.
too.
Well, he's bald, that's why. But I'm just saying, like, anybody using a bar of soap is kind of crazy, bro.
What?
You use a bar of soap?
I use a bar of soap.
Just like with your hand.
Yeah, the slander.
So you
is
don't even
crazy.
use a loofah.
Loofahs are like actually pretty bad for you. They could get
Bro.
molds. Like
Yeah, you just get
Yeah.
a new loofah.
no, I have a rag. Like I'll like wash it all the time. But like no, I just use a bar of soap, and I try and use one that doesn't have like a lot of fragrance. Cause
So you use a bar of soap and you just put it right back.
yeah, on the little soap dispenser thing. Like my shower has like a little thing.
You just grab it
Don't
again.
don't be talking shit about my soap.
So you just got a dirty bar of soap just
It's
chilling.
not dirty. It's
It
soap.
washed you, bro.
Okay, so then I rinse it underwater. Please tell me I'm not the only one that uses bar of soap.
I don't know about that.
You don't
bro.
use bar of soap?
No.
What do you use? Like a gel?
Yeah, on the loofah.
I just got another ick. When a man is too fruity.
How's that fruity, bro?
'Cause just hearing you say that. Like,
Using soap?
I use shower gel. Like that sounds
So all your dudes use bar soap.
Oh, whoa. All my dudes is crazy.
I'm saying that you've dealt with.
I don't know. I don't know what they use.
Oh.
But I mean, in the past, I would like buy like a specific soap, like a really nice soap
A
for
bar?
him to use.
There is no nice bar
Yes, there
soap.
is. There's like men bar soaps. You need to go to Target. Tell your wife. She knows. Watch.
Bro,
She
I'm
knows.
not using a bar of soap, bro. Just for it to fall, now you're just like trying to grab it off the
That's
floor,
an
bro.
ick. That's
You're
an
just
ick.
like slipping on your own bar of soap, bro.
That's
Like,
an ick. You know another ick that I
that's
heard?
so stupid.
I heard a girl say that it's an ick when she sees her man like licking ice cream.
So what are you supposed to do? Just bite it? You're supposed to just bite
Use a
your ice
spoon.
cream.
I don't know.
Out of the cone is crazy.
Don't get a cone. Get a cup.
Also, that's the ick. You guys can't get cones. They need to get a cup.
Exactly.
That's crazy, bro.
Like things like that. It's so outlandish. Like
All right,
people are
well,
cruel.
well, yeah, we're about to get up out of here, bro. You guys drop your
Please.
your icks in the comments.
And get like so petty. Tell me like the craziest icks that you have, please.
The 3-in-1 I think is the best.
And comment what you use in the shower.
Yeah, we out. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment. We are almost to 500 subscribers. I was just saying that before, but
Dang,
now we're
really?
actually like 40 away.
Oh
So
my
we're
gosh,
about to hit
really?
it. Yes.
Period.
So when shout out your Instagram,
My Instagram is fab.ruby on all platforms actually, and TikTok.
TikTok, Instagram,
TikTok.
streaming soon.
Streaming soon.
She's about to go to Streamer University.
I actually did create a Twitch. It's called
Oh, did
Fab
you?
Life. Yeah.
There you go.
I created it. No one knows that yet. Whoa, I just dropped it. But
The
I have to
Fab
create
Life?
like a banner. I think it's just Fab Life.
Oh, Fab Life.
Yeah, I'll put it
Okay.
on my Instagram bio.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you about to
Pretty
be
soon.
cooking.
I want to start streaming. I think it'd be so fun.
Yeah, we should. Do
And when I get
something.
like turned, imagine.
Okay, don't do that, bro. That's crazy. But yeah, we out. Peace.
Bye.